Hey, Jeff here, your YouTube reviewer of New England brews, and welcome back to NEBR, New England Beer Reviews. I'm sitting along the Merrimack River in New Hampshire, but I'm reviewing a beer from Vermont. This is from the Rock Art Brewery of Morrisville, Vermont, and this is their sunny and 75 degrees. It is their summer offering. So summer is nearly over. I'm reviewing this on Labor Day weekend 2013. So one last gasp before summer ends, and the ABV on this is 5.1% ABV. This is a summer brew that is brewed with, it says here, with spices. So I'm anxious to try it out. It's a beer I don't get to try too often because Rock Art brews are not in New Hampshire. I usually have to go to Vermont to buy them. So I'm going to check it out right away. As you can see, it does have a bottle cap on it. The Rock Art Brewery bottle cap, which is pretty much the same one they use in all their brews. So let's take off the cap and get right into this summer brew as summer winds down. Okay, they do ask you to pour this into a wide-mouthed glass, so I'm going to pour it into this Bass glass, which has a fairly wide mouth. Alright, let's give it a pour. See what we get. I like the way it sounds anyway. There we go. Oh, almost made it right to the top. I love it when that happens. Guess I'll have to put this somewhere out of the way, so I don't think I can quite put it right here on this log I'm sitting on. So let's check out the color of it. We have here a moderately pale yellow color. Decent carbonation, obviously building up to a pretty good sized head. I mean, it really looks like your typical summer brew with that pale yellow color. And a lot of carbonation, and lots of head. So let's check out the aroma. They said it's brewed with spices, and I'm definitely picking up some herbs and spices along with a little coriander in here as well, which kind of makes it nice. A touch of citrus, but the citrus isn't quite as predominant. I'm really getting more of this yeasty note, as well as a little orange peel, tangerine, something akin to that, and a decent coriander, clove sort of note. I mean, it almost smells kind of like a Belgian style brew. It really does, with this kind of extra citrus oomph. So let's check out the taste. Light and refreshing. I love light and refreshing brews in the summer months. Lightweight body is light and refreshing. Not quite medium, light to medium maybe. And you know, it's kind of a it's got a nice clean flavor to it. Just like the aroma, I'm picking up these flavors of spice and coriander. And clove, as I mentioned before, along with this kind of lemongrass, a bit of a zesty feel to it. I mean, it really screams summer at me, quite frankly. And you know, bready malts as well. So the bready malts are kind of in there at first, but really the herbs and the spices tend to be the predominant flavor in this beer. Boy, is it refreshing though. I gotta say, it's very, very likable. It's a beer that, like I said, it's sunny and 75 degrees, so that may be the kind of weather you want to drink it in. 75 degrees in Vermont and New Hampshire is actually pretty warm. We do get days in the 80s and 90s from time to time, but 75 is, you know, it's kind of a typical summer day around here. This is really nice. It's a wonderful summer brew. I've never had it before. It's a brew that I would definitely have again. A little light burp there, so it's got good carbonation. I could drink this very easily after working up a sweat, you know, mowing the lawn or whatever I'm doing in the yard, raking, whatever, you know, even having it on hand while I'm barbecuing, you know, doing that summer barbecue or something. There goes a Canadian geese. You may have heard that little sound effect in the background. He was flying right on by. But anyway, back to the beer. It's a pleasant beer. I mean, it's a summer beer. that I can drink. I'm not a huge fan of summer brews. I mean, you know, they're not bad, and they really work well for the time of year. But you know, they're not a kind of brew that I really go, you know, gaga over. I tend to like them for what they are. You know, something you might drink on a very hot day, something you can drink down fairly quickly, and you know, easy to drink down, relatively low ABV, you know, something that won't get you totally drunk, you know, anything like that, but something that will refresh you on a nice hot summer day. And that's what summer brews are all about. And this one really, you know, meets that parameter, I think. But I have to say, I really like this one. I mean, some summer brews are just too zesty, too lemony, too fruity, you know. This one really is very well balanced. It does have that lemon zest. It does have that coriander, but I think is interesting about this is the coriander and clove that's in here as well, along with that lemon zest and the light, refreshing, citrusy sort of aroma and flavors that are going on. I think that's what makes this beer rather particularly interesting. As you can see, it's very easy to drink. You know, I'm drinking it down pretty quickly. It's still holding its head pretty well. It's still leaving a little lacing in the glass. It's really a nice looking beer right up to the end. I just really enjoy the sort of Belgian feel to it. I mean, that's what makes it interesting. It's you know, it's not as upfront Belgian sugars and Belgian yeast like, you know, a double or a triple or something like that, but it does have those sort of characters, and that's what makes it interesting. There she goes, all gone. So a really likable beer. I like this one a lot. It's really nice. It's from Morrisville, Vermont, the Rock Art Brewery, and this is their Sunny and 75 Degrees. Thanks for stopping by. I'll catch you again next time.